Though the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus are the fastest phones ever and sport Samsung-beating cameras, sales of these two flagships are off to a slow start. And the iPhone X is likely the culprit. According to research firm Lookalytics, the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus captured 0.3% and 0.4% of international market share after the first weekend of sales. Compare those numbers to the market share a year ago, when the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus garnered 1 and 0.4%, respectively. That's a big tumble. Those reports about small lines outside Apple stores did translate to weaker sales overall, but there's a reason for the lukewarm reception. According to KGI Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, as reported by McRumors, roughly half of new iPhone sales are predicted to come from the upcoming iPhone X, which is available for pre-order beginning October 27. Even though the iPhone X starts at a steep $999, lots of shoppers are waiting for it, and I'm one of them. Here's why. And, no, an emoji didn't make my list. A new compact design. As much as I like the big 5.5-inch screen on the iPhone 8 Plus, it can be a stretch to use the device with one hand because of those annoying bezels around the screen. The iPhone X has an even bigger, 5.8-inch Edge display that fits in a more compact chassis. The iPhone X is 5.65 inches tall and 2.8 inches wide, compared with 6.24 x 3.07 inches for the iPhone 8 Plus. That's a big difference. At the same time, the iPhone X is also about an ounce lighter than the iPhone 8 Plus, 6.14 ounces versus 7.13 ounces. More 10 reasons iPhone X beats the Galaxy Note 8. This might seem a little shallow, but if I'm going to shell out more than $700 for a new phone, I want it to look truly new, and not just like an old phone with a new glass back. A better OLED display. This is an overdue upgrade for the iPhone. After Samsung got all the praise for the OLED displays on the Galaxy line, the iPhone X is getting an OLED display of its own. Apple calls it a Super Retina display, but it delivers the same benefits as other OLED panels, such as perfect blacks, wider viewing angles and more vivid colors. The iPhone XS screen also offers a crazy high contrast ratio of 1,000,000:1, compared with 13,001 for the iPhone 8 Plus. You also get a higher resolution on the iPhone X at 2436 x 1125 pixels versus 1920 x 1080 for the iPhone 8 Plus. And the iPhone X is the only new phone in Apple's lineup to support HDR content, which means you can expect to see more colors and better contrast in movies and TV shows. Face ID. While some of my colleagues lament the lack of Touch ID and a home button on the iPhone X, I see it as a sign of progress. Utilizing a new true depth front camera, the handset should be able to log you in before you finish picking it up. And, unlike Touch ID, Face ID will still work, even if your fingers are sweaty or have crumbs on them. My one complaint about Face ID is that it doesn't unlock straight to the home screen. You still need to swipe up to get to the home screen, which is a needless additional step. Better front and back cameras. As great as the dual cameras on the iPhone 8 Plus are, the iPhone X goes a step further by adding optical image stabilization OIS to both the wide-angle and telephoto lenses. On the iPhone 8 Plus, there's OIS on only the wide-angle lens. This means you should get steadier and crisper shots as you zoom in, and better results in low light. More 30 great photos taken with the iPhone 8 on the front. The 7-megapixel true depth camera lets you snap the same kind of attractive portrait photos as the back cameras do, complete with a blur effect on the background and various lighting effects. A bigger battery. A recent report says the iPhone X will include a 2716 mAh battery, which would be bigger than the 1821 mAh and 2691 mAh batteries in the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, respectively. The iPhone 8 Plus lasted 11 hours and 16 minutes on our web surfing battery test, making it one of the longest-lasting phones out there. The iPhone 8 did just okay, with an above-average runtime of 954. When you consider that OLED displays tend to be more efficient than LCD screens, the iPhone X should last considerably longer on a charge than the other new iPhones. Credit Apple Tom's Guide.